Hey Aquarius, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot and welcome to your timeless tarot and oracle reading. We're going to be asking the cards today what's coming towards you, what you need to know about. And the idea is whenever you see this, that's when it's supposed to count, right? But if it doesn't feel right, if it feels like you're wearing a giant pair of clown pants, then it means it's just not a fit. So you don't have to take heed. You can just skip over this video. It's somebody else's. That being said, if you'd like for me to pray for you, say hi in the comments section, even a little emoji, that works. Something that I can focus on that represents you. It's part of my spiritual practice just to put the good back out there. And I encourage all y'all to do it for each other. This is a really active and loving community. So if you'd like to join it, feel free to hit that subscribe button anytime. We just lift each other up here. That's what we do all day long, lift each other up. So starting with Oracle, we've got dreams of abundance. As you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. So broadly speaking, pay attention to your subconscious. Pay attention to if you have an interesting thought pop in your head, even that, pay attention to that. So it suggests that you're connected to your subconscious a little differently. It suggests that you might be connected to your intuition a little differently. And then we have abundance mindset. It says if you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, well then, by its nature, it'll always be one day away from you. See, feel, and think and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. And with the power of manifestation, any of that, like that belief system, it's like acting as if, right? So even going through the emotions in your imagination, feeling as if you've already won the lottery, or you're already in love with that person, you've already got your dream home, or you've sold your home, whatever it is. Walking through the emotions of it, actually, that's what stirs up that manifesting. And there's actually awesome I won't go down this rabbit hole, but there are these awesome neuroscientists that are coming out now, risking their career, in fact, to actually draw a line, a bridge between all that spiritual manifestation woo-woo talk and the neurosciences and neuroplasticity and the way that the brain recognizes patterns. So I just love that science is, for the first time, kind of taking a risk and like holding hands with spirituality. I'll leave it at that. I know you and I could talk. I know Aquarians and Pisces, we will go down a rabbit hole. If there's not one to go down, we will dig one. All right. Aquarius, what's coming towards Aquarius? What do we need to know about? Please make it clear. Taking only the cards that fly out for you. We're having a conversation, and if they fly out upside down, we read them that way. So we have, first off, the Hanged Man. Speaking of Pisces energy, this is ruled by Piscean energy. It's a slow energy. There might even be delays, pauses in something you're going through right now, and it's going to be broad for just a second as I unpack these. But this is all about getting a different perspective. So if there's something that you are like, come on, let's go. Pay attention that he's hanging off this branch upside down for a reason. He might be getting a migraine, that blood is rushing to his head and it sucks, but he can climb down at any point and he'll feel way better, right? His body will go back to normal. What he'll have for the rest of his life is that viewpoint. You'll have that perspective. So there's a little bit of a sacrifice. There's some discomfort in all this, but you're gaining something for it. You're gaining a perspective that's going to be helpful. So we'll get some more clarity on that in a second. So this is talking about the future, specifically developing a new plan around something. The Judgment card is right in the middle of your reading, and that's a big card. This is like a wake-up call, an opportunity to rise to the call, leveling up. This is usually requires some kind of self-assessment to give relativity to the situation. So we oftentimes are given opportunities to assess ourselves. Sometimes that comes in the form of somebody bringing clarity to something that's uncomfortable. Sometimes that's us realizing, oh, I made a mistake, or something. So it takes all these different forms, right? But life is going to be handing you opportunities to get relativity of where you're at and then where you want to go, basically, because you're getting there's something special going on. And when we're in this place of Two of Wands, and we're starting to set the framework for a plan, it's really important that we know what we're setting it on. So I wouldn't be surprised, Aquarius, if you are in an interesting world where you are both taking stock of what's around you, how far you've come. I wouldn't be surprised if you get the Seven of Pentacles, which is an evaluation type of energy, and then where you want to go. It feels good. We do have a little bit of conflict here or competition. I'd like to know what that is about. And then we've got the Queen of Wands, which is an energy here that is very self-assured, charismatic, strong, empowered, independent. A lot of energy packed into the Queen of Wands. There's somebody who gets a lot of attention. So this could represent you or it could represent somebody else. We'll find out what. Let's unpack this. The Hangman. What is it trying to tell us? The world energy. An old chapter is completing. A really positive new chapter is beginning. But there has been something you need to pay attention to, a new perspective that you had to gain. Specifically around what? Clarity. Oh boy. So if there's any way that it's been challenging you at this point in time, it's all about opening up your mind. There is possibly something that, and there's a little bit of disappointment attached to this, and maybe even some defensiveness, like a sense of withholding, right? And this is a protective energy. Sometimes it's literally keeping your coins, your money close to you. Sometimes it's not opening up your heart, but it's this type of energy. In order to open up to the world, it doesn't work so well with your arms like this, right? It doesn't work so well with your mind like this either. So, you might be in a very analytical place right now, Aquarius, and you might be analyzing, you might be still stuck a little bit in a sense of a loss. But, and this, for a lot of you guys, is going to be within a relationship. What's the World card about? But this is inevitably, we got the Queen of Cups here. Inevitably, the world does want to open up to you. So when you're ready, of course. But there's something about, now this is all unpacking the Hangman energy. And we were talking about that guy hanging upside down and his head hurts. And he's got a migraine, but he's gaining a really powerful perspective. So you will pop back. You will go back to being normal and healthy feeling again. But the perspective you're gaining in this is somehow really powerful in how you set the framework for this new plan, the Two of Wands. There's a sense of going through the motions, and it just requires time. Ace of Cups, new love, overflowing emotion. Okay. Ace of Cups. You guys, some of you guys are holding on. Remember I said you're holding like this, like sometimes you're holding onto your coins and you're withholding and all that. What this is saying is that you're withholding the thread of a relationship of some sort. It's an emotion thing. It's wanting something, an ideal. You can't take it with you, basically. So there's a little thread of not wanting to completely let go. And it's wearing you out a little bit. And it's also creating an effect within you that is defensive a little bit of the newness, the new chapter that wants to come in. Judgment card. Wow, cool. So this new journey really wants you. It really wants you. And there's this victory, this achievement. This tells me that you are going to successfully close this old chapter and you're going to enter this new opportunity to level up. To up your game, whether those are your standards or whether that's just fully embracing that something has come to an end and you are ready to let it go and start really, really fresh. But what is this Five of Swords for my Aquarius, please? Oh, the war. So when I said that you're at conflict, it's because you're fighting the World card, babe. The World card is such a positive thing. It comes on the heels of a hard ending, though. That was sudden. That didn't feel good. And for some of you guys, this was in the past, maybe it feels like the other person involved or the other parties involved have moved on. Maybe you don't even know if they've moved on or not. You don't care. You don't want to know, right? But there's this beautiful chapter that's waiting for you, like really good. So when I ask what's the conflict, what's the argument with, it's actually not with a person directly. It's actually with not burying the hatchet. And it's keeping you from opening this brand new chapter. The World card, check it out. It is such a positive card. And you have you got the Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This is victory all over it. When you're ready, this is going to be ready for you. Primed and ready. It's working in the background. Now it makes sense in the background. As you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. You're working on this in the background. On the foreground, like you are still analyzing it, thinking about it. That's a thread. The analyzing, the thoughts, that's the thread that's still attaching you to this. But there's a bigger part of you that you're at odds with, and it's ready for that adventure. It's this Fool. Da, 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 da. You know, it's like, that's the level up card. You can choose. You can choose to get back into analyzing, and you can choose to pull on that thread, or you can let go of it completely and embrace the World card, right? Embrace this new chapter. This sun is shining for you. And as soon as you launch off on it and let go, it rewards you. This is getting noticed. This is getting rewarded. Who's this Queen of Wands? Okay. Wow. It's a relationship. I don't think there's communication between you got defensive energy all over this. There's no communication, I don't think, between you guys. Definitely in your thoughts, though. And possibly, I feel like I'm telling you, it's me preaching to the choir. I think you know exactly what you need to do. And I want to respect that. I want to respect it by mentioning it to you. You know exactly what you need to do. A word for advice for my Aquarians. Okay. Build that bridge. Look, I'm jumping out of my hands. This is the Star card. This is the peace after the storm. This is the starry night after that storm ripped through. So I hope that I don't get pushed down the algorithm because I just showed you the Star card and she's naked. But the Star card talks about hope and recovery and hope replenished. And after this comes enthusiasm and happiness and all this stuff. But this is getting your prayers answered. And sometimes when we feel like we can think mechanically almost about the emotional and spiritual world, like, what do I need to do? What thing do I need to do? Wouldn't it be nice if we could just simply literally hang upside down from a tree? But it's not that easy. So there's a certain amount of faith you can allow your subconscious, and you can allow, if you believe in having spirit guides or angels, this is when you really hunker down on that belief, that faith system. You can have faith that things are working in the background to make it easier to let go of that thread. There are forces working in your favor that you can trust in that are going to make this Star card really your mascot. I'm going to hold her up again and hold that. In the background, you see that there's this huge, beautiful star. There's a lot of yellow to this picture, but she's also naked to symbolize kind of the transparency, that there's no mask. The mask has fallen. You're looking at everything underneath that starlight for what it is. And ironically, the movement of water talks about flexibility and flow and not resisting what's already there. The moment you stop resisting, that's where you're going to start seeing movement, and you'll be ready when you're ready. I feel like I really need to push that. You'll be ready when you're ready to start this chapter, but it's ready to start with you. Okay, I'm sending you off with love and light. I hope that was helpful. Please consider subscribing if you found it to be. Bye-bye.